Hello, welcome to another Let's Play of Sonic 06, host Darby Shadow. We have two guests today, TK and James, so what's up?
Hey, how's it going?
Hi.
And special thanks to also sithwarrior26 for posting our videos onto his video and advertising and whatnot, so check out his YouTube channel, www.youtube.com/sithwarrior26. So keep rocking as always. And guys, kind of rephrase me back in the last part we did for this Let's Play, because I'm kind of a bit misty on that.
Well, the last section where we left off, I believe it was the middle of Shadow's story. We kind of left off where we left Shadow in the future, I believe, and Rouge found Omega.
Yeah. So Rouge was trying to find Omega because she needed his help to find Shadow, and Shadow was in the midst of trying to find Mephiles. So Omega catched up to Mephiles, I think, and they did the business, did the job, get job done, and now we're in a mini mission. So how does it all come about from getting from Mephiles in the future, I think, or present, and transcending back into Soliana City in a mini mission of destroying random monsters?
If I remember correctly, I believe Rouge and Shadow rendezvoused in the present. I think Shadow found a way to get sent back to the present. Him and Mephiles, I believe. I remember we faced the boss.
Yeah. So it looks like the archaeologist is pretty happy now that you saved the environment.
Yep, this is where the green people start in the Sonic franchise.
The green people, there's not much trees around. There's all buildings.
Perfect.
Yeah, we've got an S-rank. Like, with the S-ranking system, like in this game, it's like you can actually get like a huge amount of score over the limit to actually get the S-rank. Like, we just got about 38,000 there, and the S-rank limit is about 30,000. So how come there's like a huge limit to actually get more than the S-rank score? So like you probably can get about 50,000 maybe.
With all the combos and everything, it just keeps on adding up, so you're gonna knock out that threshold, and also then there's the time bonus that, we beat it kind of quickly, so yeah, we killed the threshold.
Yeah, so where are we moving to now? Are we still trying to find Mephiles because that he sent us back into the present, or are we trying to look for a new purpose with Shadow that Rouge told us to do?
We saved the archaeologist, and she told us where they get the Scepter of Darkness. She's gonna create a new one to steal Mephiles in it.
By creating a new one, does that mean that there will be more different ingredients to it? Because I think that the old Scepter of Darkness got destroyed at the beginning of Shadow's story. So she must have created a new Scepter of Darkness. So would she do anything different to the Scepter of Darkness, or is this going to be the same ingredients of making it?
It's the same thing.
So moving on, like, are we going to go into another action stage before collecting the Scepter of Darkness, or are we going to fight another boss to get a Scepter of Darkness?
We've already grabbed it.
Oh, was that from like Home Attack in Flames?
Yep.
So what we buying here, it's like another memory shot, but it costs more money.
It's his Chaos Blast ability.
Oh, but you're not really going to show it for the remaining Let's Play.
No. The only time I use his Chaos powers is during the Mephiles fight.
So we might be able to see it a little bit later then.
Only Shadow glowing red and beating the crap out of everything.
Yeah, because like you can only use the Chaos abilities around Mephiles. That's the only way to defeat him. Other than that, I don't think you can defeat him any other way.
I never really noticed that actually. That's pretty cool. They kind of force you to use the powers then.
Yeah, so is this going to be the last action stage we're going to do for Shadow Story, or is there going to be more action stages?
There's one more action stage.
Yeah, because I can remember this one was very long, in a way, and you said that you're not going to use vehicles in the action stages. Like, this is probably going to be a bungee, I think, you get to drive on.
Not in this one. I think, is there one? There probably is like one hidden somewhere.
Like when you sit on the floor, like that's, you either have the opportunity to actually drive a bungee, or you can just run on foot.
Yeah, I think I chose to run on foot on this one myself. I wasn't too fond of Shadow's vehicles, but I liked him. It's just that I liked his smooth running better.
Yeah, like I like that, but as I said beforehand, that they could have got both of the speeds of Shadow and the vehicles running at the same speed, pretty much. Like, you don't kind of nerfing down Shadow's speed, but just giving the same proportion of speed to the vehicle, so you can have two elements of the same speed. I guess that's what they could have done.
Yeah, it did kind of feel like some of his vehicles slowed him down. I know that hovercraft, when you're floating over water or over sand, that one was my most hated vehicle, because if you flipped it, you died. And they didn't give you a chance to flip it back over.
Yeah, I know you mean that. So now we're playing as Omega. Omega, the new badass robot, ever introduced into Sonic Heroes. So, more too about Omega. Why is Omega featured as the second robot? Like, I thought that this whole robot scenario is going to end after Gamma.
Well, no, not necessarily, because Gamma was robot number 3 in the line. Well, technically number 2. So they had to complete the Greek alphabet, and Omega is the final robot in the E-series line.
Because this robot, I don't think he's generated by a bird inside. I think he's just generated probably just by an engine. So that makes it more benefit, like, for him not to die, because I think he's pretty much indestructible, because apparently in like the future he's the only one that can stop Shadow, or just contain him for a while. So what type of presence do you feel that Omega has with Shadow, like, on the team?
He's kind of well, of course they started off as rivals, but he's kind of grown to be like a distant relative, to Shadow. Shadow was created by Professor Gerald, whereas Omega was created by Dr. Eggman, and they're like cousins.
Yeah, they're already cousins, because now, like, Shadow has some kind of relationship with him, because Shadow pretty much trusts Omega and Rouge, because Rouge is a part of, like, this new party they're making against Team Hero, pretty much Team Sonic. And now Omega has a lot of priorities with him when he does become into Team Shadow's case. So with Omega though, can Shadow really trust him if he's going to destroy him in the future?
Well, to be honest, we don't know if Omega is going to destroy Shadow in the future. That could have been a lie told by Mephiles. However, if it's true, and if it happened in that alternate future, then Shadow, like you said, he's going to continue to fight like he always has.
That's very true. But Shadow, really, would he actually kill his friend, I suppose?
He almost done it. He definitely just about killed him in Sonic Heroes, so yeah, I would say he could do that.
But start of Sonic, it was like they were rivals in a way, in a sense, like in the beginning. Then they start to nurture down their relationship together. And now they have a deep bondage, I guess. So it would be a different scenario now. I don't think he would. Would he? I don't know. Would he actually kill him? Because now the relationship is pretty different now.
I think he would. Shadow's a survivor. He doesn't fully trust anyone. I don't even think he trusts Rouge. And they have just about endless history together. Almost as much as him and Maria.
Oh yeah. Pretty great that they didn't talk about Maria at all in this game. This is probably the only Shadow appearance in Sonic games that they never talked about Maria.
Yeah, actually it is. You're right. Besides, the spin-offs and handheld, this is the game where, this is the game that takes place directly after he decides to kind of give up Maria, and let the past be past. He kind of just, just like we saw him drop the picture. I think I mentioned that in the last Let's Play, where he dropped her picture, just kind of like threw it, like, this is my past, I'm over it, whatever.
Yeah. You still keep your promise, though. That's about it.
Yep, he does hold on to the promise because the whole reason why he's working for Gun is to protect
Well, is Gun like the best way to protect Earth? Like Gun just sounds like it's some government that's this government like hosting like their protection over Earth their way, like probably their rule, and probably sometime like they're gonna get everyone to listen to what they say, much like any army would do.
The way I see Gun is the way I see our government, but a little bit more tactical, I guess. They'll destroy streets and cities just to grab a hedgehog. I don't think our government would do that. They try to do everything in secret.
Yeah, because you're destroying your own town, you're destroying money, buildings, costs, everything, and just to get one little hedgehog, like, that's not really what trying to protect the people, because if the people's around there, they would get killed as well.
Exactly.
But anyway, moving on from Gun and more into the gameplay, is that we've used a variety of vehicles.
Oh look, your favorite vehicle.
Yeah, so use more vehicles, and we are now on some water vehicles. So what does this water vehicle do for us? Does it just
it doesn't do a darn thing. I'm just joking.
Please tell me what it does.
This vehicle, oh my gosh. Okay, first of all, if you go too slow or too fast, I can't remember the physics, but if you bump into stuff or flip over, you die. If you go too slow, you flip over, you die. If you go too fast, you might flip over and die. The only reason why we didn't die just now is because Death to All is a freaking beast when it comes to gaming.
It only really has those issues on Dusty Desert. It's all hills.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
So cool, like got an S rank and a gold medal. So I think we're gonna leave it there for the next cutscene that's gonna come up shortly.